right, allow your knees to be open as wide as your mat, perhaps. And allow your arms to come either by your side, in between your legs, underneath your head. If you have blocks, you can place your arms on blocks or your head on a block as well, hips as well. And just allow your hips to sink back towards your heels. You know, it might be a little stiff if you really didn't move around a lot yesterday. And then, the couple hours that we spend in bed. So give your body some time to awaken and revisit movement. We start with the breath, always. The breath is the one constant through the practice. And the poses will change, the shapes of those poses will change. But the breath basically stays the same. It moves in, moves out with a sweetness, a softness, and a fullness. And then when your body feels like, it's starting to settle in a little bit, walk your hands out in front of you and come to a soft arm on the floor. So not very extended, not very lifted, just relaxed. Take your palms together in prayer out in front of you, and then take the prayer over your head behind the nape of your neck. And so for some of you, this will feel like a nice tricep stretch, as well as, a connection. Take a few breaths. Push firmly into the tops of your feet and your shins, and come up to sit on your heels with your hands in prayer behind your head. So here, if you like to take a block, the long way between your two sitting bones is great. Then bring your hands back to your prayer, touch your palms together, and cross one thumb in front of the other. Inhale, stretch the arms up, reach your fingertips up, draw your rib cage down, tuck your tailbone beneath you. So you're sitting on the sitting bones, you can rock forward, back, and side to side on it. Inhale, lift up and over to your right side. Good, inhale back to center, exhale up and over to the other side. Let's take that a couple times. Inhale to center, exhale to the right side. Inhale to center, exhale to the left side. And as I said, a couple more times. Inhale and exhale, side to side. Use your breath to go with the movements. Okay, good, perfect. And then the next time you go left, make it your last round and come back into a sitting tall position. Release your arms and let them float down by your sides. Come onto your fingertips or even the blocks. Lengthen your spine. Look over your right shoulder. Exhale, left hand to outside the right thigh. Right hand, if you can, to your left foot. Just grab a hold of the back side of the foot. Inhale for length. Exhale for the twist. Relax your shoulders down. Look all the way over your right shoulder. Inhale and exhale. Good. Take your right arm now up and over. Lean to the side. And then cross your arms at the wrists, forearms, elbows. Lift your chest up. Round your back as you exhale. Pull your belly in. Take your arms out in front of you and just grab your palms together. Inhale, lift up, and some of you can do this. Bring your arms inside of the hole and extend the arms back out, opening up a lot of opening in the front shoulder, elbow, wrist. So it's not the most comfortable place for everybody. Do the best you can with what you got. Take one more breath here. Then unwind, bring the arms up overhead. Exhale, float the arms down by your side. Reach your fingers out in two directions. Inhale. Exhale, turn to your left side. Right arm outside the left thigh. Left hand, if you can reach to the right foot, just give you a little anchor point. Inhale, length. Exhale, depth. Relax your shoulders down. Keep your eye gaze over your left side. Good. Take another breath. Inhale, bring the left arm up and lean over to the right side. Exhale, cross the arms at the wrists, forearms, elbows, and then stretch your arms out in front of you and clasp your hands if you can. And some of you will take your arms inside and open up again. A lot of opening through the front of the arms, so don't, kick yourself if it doesn't work all the way. It's okay. One more breath. Yeah, right? Funky. And then release it. Inhale. Release your arms back behind you. Interlace your fingers here. Knuckles down, lift your chest up. Touch the floor with your hands and just extend your spine a little bit deeper. Tuck your chin into your chest. And once again, since you're on the block, stay on it. If you're not on the block, we'll just fold back into child's pose. Legs are a little bit closer, arms up. Take a breath here. Lift your hips up off the floor or the block. Inhale, sit back on the block. Release your arms. And then bring your arms back overhead. Take prayer to the heart center as you exhale. And just maybe set an intention. If you already said it, revisit it. Inhale back to your hands and knees. Or to your hands and knees. If you have blocks, move them on either side. Tuck your toes, dip your belly, arch your back. Exhale, round and curl. Pull the belly up and in. A little bit more movement through cat-cow now. Exhale, you can bend and straighten the arms. You can move through the hips in a circular motion. Or stay in stillness on your knees. Reverse it if you're doing that. And then let's come to the center, hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Stretch your right arm forward, thumb up. Exhale, sit back and circle the arm back and around a couple times. You can tuck your toes here as well. And then we'll reverse it. And on this last one, hold your arm up over, open up your chest. Exhale, bring the arm underneath and thread your needle, left arm forward, right arm to the side. Hips are up in the air. Now for some of you, you might have to put your hand down to do this. Take your left foot out to the left side. So your right hand is reaching towards your left foot and the back of your head, shoulders are towards the floor. Good. Inhale, bring your left hand to your face. Come up, bring your right hand under your right shoulder. Reaching out. Inhale, rise up. I'm in a limited space today. Arms overhead, shoulders down. Good. Inhale, open the arms to a T and lean to your left side. Hand on anything but your knee, so don't push down on your knee. You can put your hand on the inside. You could even have a block just to help stabilize. Lift out of your waistline and rotate your torso. Good. Inhale, come back up. Reach out to the right side. Right hand to the floor block. Left arm up. Spin your heart open. And then float your left leg off the floor. So it's like a half moon pose. Lift your heart. Rotate your torso. Bring your tailbone underneath you. One more breath. Exhale, come back around to the center, hands underneath the shoulders, knee underneath the hip, left leg is still in the air. Take your arms a little bit wider, bend your elbows and drop your chin, chest. Let's do 3 of those sunbird bows. So your chin and chest come to the floor. One more time. Come back up, tucking the right toes underneath you, lift the knee up off the floor and lift the left leg high in the sky. It can be open. Doesn't have to be square. 3-legged downward dog. Take a breath. And then place your foot on the floor for downward dog. Lift high on your toes. And then exhale, lower the heels towards the floor, biceps by your ears. Bend one knee at a time, shifting your hips from side to side. And then find some stillness in a downward facing dog. Measuring out the downward dog will soon come into a plank. Take a breath, shift forward to plank. Shoulders are over wrists, belly is lifted, knees are lifted, look forward. Let your knees come to the earth. Lay all the way down on the floor. Inhale, lift up to cobra. Hands are just there, they don't have to help you, so lift your arms up so you know your back muscles are doing the work. Sorry, Maria. Top of the foot, shin down. Lift your knees up for some strength and energy in your legs. Exhale, come down. Inhale, walk your hands back a handprint. Elbows on top of wrists. Inhale, lift your heart. Now start to peel your body off the floor. The only thing remaining on the floor is your toenails, your pedicure. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale. And exhale, come back to your hands and knees. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips, couple cat-cows. Arch your back. Exhale, round and curl. Pull the belly button all the way to the spine. Do a couple more there. And we'll do one more. As you come back to center, come to neutral. That means between the two positions. Left arm out in front of you, thumb up, and begin to circle back and around a couple times. Circle, circle, circle. And then reverse the circle back and around. And then take the arms up, look at it. Let it come underneath the right arm. Back of the head towards the floor. Now again, if you need to use your hands to get your foot out to the right side, do whatever you have to do. And then see if you can come back. I'm going to be a little, like I said, restricted here. Take your right arm forward, left arm to the side, and the right leg out to the side. Take another breath. Good. Bring your right hand to your face. Bring your left hand under your shoulder. And then bring your hands to your hips. Come up and rise up. Open up the arms shoulder height. Inhale. Hinge forward to the right side, excuse me. Right arm down. Anywhere, again, I use the block, which is lovely just to stay elevated. Give you a little bit of that lift in the right side of your torso. So, we want to create space. We don't want to be crunched in. Open the heart. We spend enough time in that crunched over position, not that we want to be. Inhale, rise up. Arms out shoulder height. Hinge to the left. Left arm up, right leg up. Right arm and right leg up. Feel the energy going down the outside of the hip. So lift the leg about hip height, if not higher, a little bit higher. And then lift up and open up. Maybe the arm goes overhead. Breathe in. Find the energy, the outside muscles of the hip really activated. One more breath. As you spin everything back around, right leg stays in the air. Hands come underneath your shoulders. And then come for 3 little push-ups. 2 more. 1 more. Come back up. Keep your left toes tucked under and lift into a 3-legged dog. Right leg nice and high. You can open the hip if it feels good to you, right here. Breathe in. And then exhale, lower your feet to the floor, downward facing dog. Chest towards your thighs. Inhale high on your tippy toes. Bend your knees, look forward. So a little different this time. We're going to walk our feet to our hands. Top of the mat, when you get there, separate your feet, 2 fists in between. Let your head hang down. Send your weight forward to the balls of your feet. So that towards the balls of the feet, I should say. Your heels don't lift, but your hips come over your heels. Breathe in, breathe out. Grab opposite elbows here. Sway a little bit side to side. Let your body hang, let your head hang. Switch the cross of the arms. And then find some stillness here in forward fold Uttanasana. Breathe across the shoulders, across the ribs, across the hips. and from the back of the body all the way down. Inhale, release your hands to your hips, look forward, and rise up to standing. Release your arms by your side. Inhale, and exhale. Good. Find yourself grounding your feet firmly into the earth. Open up your shoulders. Lift the knees up, bring the tailbone beneath you. Press firmly into the floor with your feet. Inhale, sweep your arms all the way over your head. Exhale, bring the hands through center to the floor, shins or the blocks. Inhale with a halfway lift, look forward. Exhale, step your right foot to the back of the mat, low lunge, hands on the floor or the blocks. Inhale and exhale. Good, keep looking forward for me. Inhale. Step your right foot back to the top of the mat, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand, bring the arms with you. Exhale, take prayer to the heart, arms by your side. Inhale, bring the arms all the way up. Are you frozen? Okay. Exhale, forward fold. Hands to floor, shins, blocks. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Left leg steps all the way back, low lunge. Low lunge means your hands are still on the floor. Your knee can be on the floor as well. Hug your hips in towards the center. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Don't worry. We're coming back to the top. Hug your hips towards the midline. Back leg is firm, strong, looking forward. Good. Inhale, push back to the standing top of the mat, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, ride your breath to stand all the way up. Exhale, take the prayer to the heart, arms by your side. Good. Inhale, bring your arms overhead. Exhale, fold down. Kind of adding on a little bit. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back, low lunge, hands on the floor or blocks. Inhale, bring your arms overhead, crescent lunge. Elbows bend, arms and knees bend. So drop your back leg down, tailbone underneath you. Then keep the knee bent, but straighten the arms. And then keep your hips low, but straighten the back leg. Inhale. And exhale, lift your heart all the way up. If you want to do a little bitty back bend here from the middle upper back. One more breath. Exhale, hands to the floor. Look forward, step forward, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand, bring the arms with you. Exhale, prayer to the heart. Release your arms by your side. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, fold, hands to floor, shins, blocks. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, left foot steps all the way back, low lunge. Find some grounding here. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, bend both knees. Arms down, good. Now inhale, keep the knees bent, bring the arms up. Exhale, sink a little lower, straighten the back leg, but keep the hips low. Pushing your left hip forward, right heel pressing into the earth. One more breath. Good, exhale, hands to the floor blocks, look forward. Inhale, step together, top of the mat. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand, bring the arms with you. Exhale, take the prayer to your heart. Arms by your side. Inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees as much as you need to. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, right foot steps to the back of the mat. Inhale, bring the arms up. One little pulse here, bend the arms and legs. And then straighten the arms, straighten the back legs, stay low. Lift your hips up, heart open. Inhale, sink a little bit lower without, changing the breath or the form. Open to a right-sided warrior two. Left arm forward, right arm back. Tailbone beneath you. Right toes turn towards the front corner of your mat. Shoulders are stacked, arms are strong and active. Inhale. And exhale, sink a little lower. Inhale. And exhale. Right arm down, left arm up. Turn your left palm towards the back of your mat so your shoulder opens. Breathe in. Breathe out. Push your right hip towards your left knee. Inhale. And exhale. Good. One more breath. Inhale. Come back up. Exhale. Hands to the floor. Look forward. Step forward. Halfway lift when you get there. Exhale, forward fold, let it go. Inhale, rise to stand, bring your arms with you. Exhale, take the prayer to your heart, arms by your side. Inhale, stretch the arms up. Exhale, forward fold, hands to floor, shins blocks. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step your left foot all the way back. Big, giant, healthy step back. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, one-time bend. Inhale, stay low, arms up. Lift out of your heart, out of your hips. Exhale to the left side, warrior two. Right leg forward. Knee over the ankle, back toes turn in. So pressing your left pinky toe firmly into the earth will give you that little inward arch or inner arch lifting. Sink a little bit lower, not into your knee necessarily, going downward, opening up the hips. One more breath. Good, exhale, left hand down, right arm up. Spin your right palm back to face the back of your mat. Draw your left hip towards your right knee. Lift out of your rib cage, out of your waistline. Breathe in, keep bending into the right leg. Stay strong, looks beautiful, warriors. One more breath. Inhale, rise back up. Exhale, spin it around, face the front of your mat, step together, top of the mat. Halfway lift and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise to stand, bring your arms up overhead. Take prayer to your heart center, arms by your side. Surya Namaskar A. Inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step to a plank pose. Inhale, shift a little forward of your elbow, of your wrist. Bend your elbows or go to your knees. Then roll up and through. Upward dog or low cobra on your belly, shoulders down. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale on your toes. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward, take yourself to the top of your mat, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise to stand, bring the arms overhead. Exhale, bring the prayer to the heart, arms by your side. Inhale, stretch the arms up. Exhale, forward fold, hands to floor. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step, high to low plank. You choose how you get there. Skip the push-up altogether or add push-ups. Downward dog is where we all meet. Feet together, back of the mat. Inhale on your toes, right leg high in the sky. Exhale, right foot steps through. Inhale, reach up and rise. Exhale, bend the arms and legs. Inhale, straighten the arms and legs. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse the warrior. Now from here, straighten your front leg. And take your arms up shoulder height. Bump your hips left. Reach your torso forward to the front. Right hand to the inside, outside foot, shin or block. Triangle pose. Lift your heart up. Tuck your tailbone beneath you. Lift your knees all the way up so you have nice strength in your quadricep muscles. Good. One more breath. Left hand to your left hip, bend the right knee. Right hand in front to the side or on a block. And float your left leg in the air. We did this on our knee, and now we're doing it with balance. So be patient. Maybe the left arm comes back up as you hug your hip into the center. Very good. Nice. Good. Slow and easy with the breath. It's triangle just on its side, right? With one leg in the air. Take another breath. Good. Rebend your front knee. Step all the way back. Ooh, let's take it back to our triangle. Right arm down, left arm up. Stack your shoulders. Keep breathing, lift the knees up, square the hips, squeeze the heels together. Inhale, come back up to standing, reverse it, bend your front knee. You've got your warrior two coming up. Right here, warrior two. Good. Take your arm, reach forward with your torso, right hand on the thigh, left arm up in the air. Tailbone tucks underneath you.
So try not to put the weight on your knee, but you can let your arm rest on your thigh. Just check it out that you're not collapsing. If you move your hand and your body collapses, that means you carry your weight in your arm. So let your torso be strong. One more breath. Good. Inhale, come back up, stand up. Straighten both legs, turn both legs to the left side. Hands behind the back, interlace your fingers, palms together, knuckles down. Lift your heart, inhale. Hinge forward, exhale. Soften your knees, send your weight forward so there's no, we don't want to risk hyperextending the legs. Breathe in, breathe out. Head down towards the floor. If it easily touches, you might consider shortening your stance. Inhale and exhale. One more breath, release the hands on the exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. Turn around to the front, low lunge, hands on the floor, blocks. Step to your high plank, choose your way back to downward facing dog. So you can take many push-ups, you can take 0 push-ups. Hips up in the air. The beautiful thing about practicing yoga is it's very personal, and you can decide where you need to be, how many things you're going to do of it, or not. Inhale on your toes as you lift your left leg high in the sky. Exhale, step it all the way through. Take your time, low lunge. Inhale, reach arms. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten, stay low. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Good. Inhale, straighten your front leg and stand up on the exhale. You might shorten your stance here, but move your hips to the right, move your torso to the left. Left arm down, right arm up, triangle pose. And then once we get here, we begin to stack your shoulders, stack the hip, open the hip, drawing your left tailbone or your left buttocks towards your right side. Your left rib cage opens up. Breathe in, breathe out. One more breath. Good, right hand to the hip, bend your left knee. Begin to walk your hand forward. And, maybe it takes you a couple steps to get up there. And once you got your shoulders and hips stacked over where you think you are, right arm back up over the shoulder, gaze to the up. Or if it's feeling really good today, you can look down the right back foot. Hug your left hip in, so it's the same pose. Same things we did on triangle we're doing here. We just got one leg floating. Take another breath. Good. Good. One more breath here. Release the right leg back slowly into your triangle pose. Take another breath. Good. Inhale, rise up to stand. Bend your front knee. Reverse it. And then come back up, standing, straighten your legs, turn both legs to the right side. Take your arms again behind your back, but switch the cross of your fingers, lift your heart up, inhale. Exhale, forward fold, head down, arms up. Weight again into the fronts of your feet more than the back. So you have your hips up over your heel. Nice, breathe, good, breathe. Head down, arms up. Let your head go, shake out your neck. If this is a place that you'd like to go upside down, this is an opportunity for you to take it there. Breathe in, breathe out. One more breath. Good. Release the breath, hands to the floor, look forward, inhale. Walk around to the front of your mat. Low lunge. Step back to plank or right into dog. You don't have to even go to the plank and do any variation of push-up, or just downward dog or even child's pose. Feet together towards the back of the mat, weight towards the heels, out of your neck, shoulders, arms. Bring your feet together as you inhale, the right leg floats high in the sky. Exhale, step your right foot through.
Turn your left foot on its side, open up warrior two.
Exhale. Good. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Straighten your front leg. Arms up shoulder height, hinge forward. Right arm down, left arm up. Triangle pose. Good. I'm going to change it up a little bit here. Inhale, come back to your reverse. Bend your front knee. Exhale, remember the right arm on the side. I don't know if I did this on the other side, so I apologize. Left arm up. Good. Now take your right hand inside or on the block, or keep it on the thigh. Take your left hand behind your back, interlace it or tie it into the right inner thigh, and open up your shoulders and torso. So that's the first step, is just getting that left side shoulder open. Beautiful. And you all got that down pretty well. Some of you will take your right arm underneath as well and bind, but if that takes the left shoulder off center, then don't do that. Breathe. Right thigh parallel to the floor. Hips are hugging. Tailbone is tucked beneath you. One more breath. Good. Inhale. Straighten your front leg. You're in a bound triangle pose. Spin your heart open. Take a breath. Spin it a little bit more. Good. Inhale, release whatever bind you have back to triangle pose. Exhale, look down. Inhale, reverse it. Good. With a straight leg this time, turn both legs to face the left side of the mat. Hands on your hips, inhale, and exhale, fold in between your two sides. Hands under the shoulders. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold and take a hold of your peace finger grip around your big toes. Look forward, inhale, and exhale, fold your body in half. Again, the crown of the head towards the floor. If it's easily touching, shorten your stance. And if you choose to go upside down, this is always a place to do it. Take another breath. Inhale, halfway lift. Release the hands underneath the shoulders, look forward. Exhale, let's just heel toe the feet, the left foot in a little bit closer right here. And then spin around to the front of your mat. Perhaps step your left foot a little bit to the left and your right foot a little bit to the right. If you would like the blocks underneath you, hold your blocks underneath your shoulders. Pull the right hip back and the left hip forward. Inhale. And exhale. Keep your left hand on the, let's do the inside today. But keep your left hand on the inside or on a block of your right foot. And then right hand to your sacrum, lift your torso. So you might have to get your hand on a block to give that length in the torso. And then spin your torso to the right side, right arm comes up. Stack the shoulders, twisting, rotating from the torso. Take a big breath in. Keep it moving, keep finding a little bit more space. One more breath. Exhale, hands to the floor. Bend your right knee enough that your forehead and knee can make contact. Tuck your chin into your chest and look upward towards your belly button. 3 bandhas active here. Maha Bandha. Pelvic floor lift, belly to spine lift, and chin to throat. We're fine. Breathe in and out. Okay, inhale, look forward, lengthen your spine. Step your left foot to your right foot, top of the mat. Lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bring your feet together, bend your knees. Drop your seat back towards your heels. Inhale, lift your arms up, chair pose. Beautiful. Exhale, hands to prayer. So your feet are together, Maria. And then take your left arm outside your right thigh. So we're in chair. Maria, step your left foot forward. Breathe in, left foot forward. So you're in chair pose with a twist. Take another breath. Find a little more space. Exhale, forward fold, top of the mat. Separate your feet.
Take that peace finger grip again against around your toes. Look forward, inhale. Exhale, elbows out to the side, head down towards the shins. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, hands to your hip heart. Rise up to stand, top of the mat. Good. Release your arms by your side. Inhale, stretch the arms up. Exhale, forward fold, hands to floor, shins or your blocks. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step to down dog or through a chaturanga or to downward facing dog is where we meet. Feet together, back to the mat. Inhale, float your left leg high in the sky. Exhale, step it on through. Turn your right foot on its side, open up warrior two. Exhale. Inhale, reverse it. Exhale, straighten the front leg. Inhale, hinge forward, triangle pose. Reach as far out as you can. So you always want to get as much length before you twist, bend, right? Or start moving. Stack your shoulders. Shoulders on top of each other. Breathe in. Really drawing your tailbone beneath you. Bring your left hip towards the right. Right hip in line. Take another breath. Good. Inhale, reverse it. And then rebend your front knee. Exhale, reach out, left hand on the thigh, right arm in the air. Start there. Lift your left arm up and make sure your torso doesn't move when it does. And so now you can stay here or bring your hand inside or on a block or on the floor. Bring the right arm behind your back anywhere. Some of you will grab the inside thigh and open up the shoulders. So the first thing you want to do is just get the shoulders open, stacking the shoulders. Yeah. And then if you have a full bind without changing the shape of your torso, go for it. Breathe in. Good. Bringing your left ribs towards the right side. One more breath. And good. Now straighten your front leg. Lift your heart. So nothing changed except our legs straightened a little bit more. Take another breath. Good. Release your hands up and down. Inhale, pull yourself back up. Exhale, turn your left toes to the right. Hands on your hips. Inhale. Exhale, fold in half. Hands under shoulders, lengthen your spine. Inhale. And now take your hands to the outside towards your pinky toes on each side. Look forward, inhale. And exhale, bend your elbows out to the side, head to the floor, hips over the heels. So you might feel like you're falling forward a little bit. And then you're in the right position. Press a little closer, one more breath. Inhale with a halfway lift. Hands under your shoulders, lengthen your spine. Heel toe your back foot in once or twice. And then turn yourself to the front of your mat. Adjust your footing. So left foot moves a little left, right foot might move a little right. Hands on the floor or blocks underneath you, lengthen your spine. And exhale, fold as you pull the left hip back and the right hip forward. And then you kind of drop the right hip down so your pelvis is parallel or level to each other, right, each side of your pelvis. Inhale and fold as you exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. Right hand stays on the inside or on a block. Left hand moves to your sacrum. And then lengthen your spine, pull the left hip back, and rotate to your left side. Stack your shoulders first. Take your time. Get in the alignment of the pose. Left arm comes up when you're there. There's no rush to it. You might not ever even bring your hand up. Keep working on the rotation of the torso. With the leveling of the hips, it's a lot of work. It's a lot going on here. Take 2 more breaths and find a little more space. Each time you breathe, you find more space. Good. Exhale, hands to the floor blocks. Bend your left knee enough that you can put your forehead on it. Tuck your chin into your chest. Mahabandha. You've got Uddiyana Bandha, which is at your belly button. Jalandhara Bandha at your throat. and Mua Bandha at your pelvic floor. Inhale, halfway lift. Look to the front of your mat. Step your feet to the top of the mat, halfway lift. Exhale, bend your knees, drop your seat, chair pose. Good, there you go. Inhale, prayer to your heart. Right arm outside left thigh. Drop your seat, move your hips towards the left side, lift your torso away from your thighs. Inhale and exhale. One more breath, sit a little bit deeper. Exhale, forward fold, hands to portions, blocks. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step right to dog, or take a little vinyasa sequence in the middle, upward and downward facing dogs. Feet together at the back of your mat. Inhale, float your right leg high in the sky. Exhale, bring your knee to your chest, come forward. Send your right foot to your left side. So kind of similar to what we did with the other leg, what we did with our gate pose. Now you can stay right here, or some of you might want to open up the left side of the arm, the hips lift up, chest is nice and high. Ah, that's so nice, guys, beautiful. One more breath. Nice, exhale, hips down. Right leg back in the air, open up your right hip. Kick the leg up and out. And then bring your hips squared, right knee to the chest, round curl. And then shift forward, bring the right knee to the right wrist. Stay upright for this one. So if you have a block, put it underneath your hips. Lift your chest up. So there's no stress in sitting up if you're on a block. It will be much more accessible. And so will the next part of this pose. Tuck your left toes underneath you. Lift the knee up and shimmy it back. Bend the knee. Kick the heel towards the buttocks. And then reach either arm or both arms towards your back foot. Good. So sitting up on the block, pillows, books. Drawing your heel towards your buttocks. If you want more shoulder opening, just you can bend the arm, you can kick the foot away, whatever feels like where you want to be today. Take another breath. Gently release if you're holding onto the foot. Lift your torso up. Decide to stay on the block or remove the block, and then fold all the way down for your full pigeon. Right, so your chest comes down, your head follows suit, breathe, and send it down. So think about bringing your left hip towards the floor as the same time as your right hip goes towards the floor. So again, your pelvis is level. Couple breaths, just hang out here. Take another breath here, and then bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Let your right hip sink to the floor. And then, if you're on a block, remove it for a moment, and then sweep the left leg all the way around to the outside of your right thigh. If this is not accessible, straighten your bottom leg. Now hug your hands around your shin and lift your torso up. Make sure your left foot is firmly grounded on the floor. So some of us will bring our feet a little further away from the knee, right, our foot. Good. Sit up nice and tall. Inhale, take your left arm up over your shoulder. Rotate to the left, bring it behind you. Inhale, right arm up, reach, reach, reach. Rotate your torso, elbow outside the thigh, or hug it around, or take a full bind. So here too, round both sides of your sitting bones to the earth.
twist as you turn to the right. And then release to the right. Come back to center. Take your left leg back behind you. Tuck your toes, and once again, three-legged dog, opening the right hip on the left hip. And then put that right foot down as you find your downward facing dog. Bring your feet together. Inhale, float your left leg high in the sky. Open up the hip. And then bring the right knee to the right tricep, left knee to the right tricep, excuse me, and send the leg out to the side. Square your shoulders or open up into a version of Vashisthasana, dancer's bridge, side plank on its side. Some people call it bone triangle. Breathe in. Don't get attached to the name so much as the action. Exhale, hand down. Left leg comes back in the air and opens out to the left side. Turn your hips squared, bring the knee to the chest. Send the left knee to the left wrist. Snuggle your right foot back behind you. If you have a block, sit on it. That's a direct order. Lift your chest up. So here, it's just, again, it's more accessible to be sitting upright when you're supported. This is why we use the blocks. Tuck your right toes underneath you, bend the knee. That might be it. Or maybe you'll grab one or both hands to your foot. So it's much more possible for a lot of us to hold on with both hands when we are elevated on the block. And just see which arm, if you're using a single arm, feels better for you. And if neither arm is the answer, that's okay too. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. One more breath. If you're holding, let go. Turn your torso forward. And then you decide, stay on the block or remove the block as you come down to your forearms. The block will here keep our hips level, right? Again, just so we're not rolling off onto either side, one more than the other. And then let everything come down. Couple rounds of breath here in stillness. Inhale, come back up onto your hands. If you have a block, move it off to the side, let your hip come to the floor, and bring your right leg to the outside of the left knee. And again, if that's not accessible, go back on the block or straighten your bottom leg. Hold on to your chin, lift your torso up. So try not to be supported on your left heel, but to get your right sitting bone towards the floor. Stay with this. Or take your right arm behind you, lift and lengthen your spine, left arm comes up, twist, hug, or bind. Lengthen the spine on the inhale, and deepen the twist on the exhale. Inhale, turn your torso to your eye gaze, to the left. Exhale, release the body now to the left. And on this one, come back to center. Release your legs out in front of you, straight legs. Adjust the flesh from underneath. Turn your toes up towards the face. Your legs are about a block's width apart, which is about your fist width apart. Shoulders fist. You can keep the block there if you want. Open your legs a little bit wider, Maria. There you go. Good, now sit up nice and tall. Walk your fingers forward and then let them come off the floor. Palms face each other. You could take the same block. It's the width of your shoulders as well. Inhale. Chin to chest, round your back, go backwards. Pull your belly in, but keep your legs really active as you do this and start to roll down to the floor. When you get down to the floor, let it go. Bring the arms up and over your head. Bend your knees, place your feet on the floor. Tilt your pelvis and lift your hips up off the floor. Arms are overhead, maybe you have a block there. So press your shoulders down, lift your hips up, press your feet down. Inhale, bring your arms up. If you have a block, great. If you don't worry about it. And then lower your hips, release your arms. Now you can take the block and be in a supported bridge, bringing the weight on top of the block. Or you can be in a bridge, traditional, using the back side of your body. Roll your shoulders underneath you now. Palms together, reaching knuckles towards the heels, reaching heels towards knuckles. And then keep pushing down through your shoulders and your feet. Keep squeezing the glutes upward, upward, upward. One more breath. Exhale, release the arms, upper mid, lower back to the floor. Turn your knees and toes towards each other. Wrap your right arm over your left arm and just hug your shoulders. Open your arms. Open your knees. One more time, tilt your pelvis. Find yourself in a bridge. Choose to be supported on a block, any height, or support with your hands in a bridge, or some of you will take a wheel pose, lifting your hips apart, everything nice and high. Try to keep your hips and heels and knees into the neutral position. So lining up hips with heels, knees open. Breathe in, breathe out. Same as a bridge. And if you're anywhere, start to make your way down, upper, mid, lower. Hug your knees to your chest. Open your arms to a T, shift your hips to the right, and let your knees float to the left. Inhale back to center. Hips move to the left, knees fall to the right. Let everything come over. Inhale, come on back to center. Hug your knees to your chest. Place your feet back on the floor. Open your arms to a T one more time and cross the left arm over the right. Grab your shoulders. Stretch your legs out in front of you. And inhale, stretch your arms over your head. Start to reach in two directions away from center point. Breathe in. And on the exhaling breath, you bring your arms down by your side as the hips open, the heart opens, and the body surrenders into the mat as you release everything onto your mat. Let go. Breathe in and breathe out. Let your body weight completely surrender. There you go. stay longer, turn off the sound and rest on your mat. If you're ready to come back, start to deepen your breath. Introducing movement back to your body, fingers, toes, or simply. Show your knees to your chest. Take yourself onto either side. Make a pillow for your head. You'll make your way to a comfortable seat. Bring your hands together at your heart center. Gratitude to yourself for showing up. Bow down to each other. Shanti, 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 and peace, peace, peace to all. Bow to each other. Honor the light, the peace, the love, the goodness, the beauty within. Namaste. Be here and now. Thank you. Everybody stay home, stay fit, stay healthy.